Clark County's Vector Control
And then if we've caught mosquitoes, they're in here.
and the Southern Nevada Health District have joined forces to ensure that the carrier of the Zika virus, the Aedes mosquito, doesn't invade southern Nevada.
Aedes mosquitoes like small, dark containers to breed in.
The health district traps and tests more than 20,000 mosquitoes each year, usually on private property, such as this backyard.
We have routine areas that we know are habitual breeding sites. We take complaints from citizenry, so if they're noticing mosquitoes in their backyards, they'll give us a call. We'll go out and we'll set some traps to try and identify, what kind of mosquitoes, are there local breeding sources, and then if we do find problematic areas, we'll refer that to our jurisdictional counterparts, like code enforcement, vector control for sure, public works.
In the past few years, their primary flying focus was on eradicating the West Nile virus. But in the past few months, the emphasis has shifted to stopping the spread of the Zika virus.
So the disease can be transmitted through infected mosquitoes. They're both species are Aedes mosquitoes. It's spelled Aedes. And we do have those mosquitoes in neighboring Arizona and in neighboring California, but we don't have those mosquitoes here in southern Nevada. The issue is that they can live here. So our concern is to make sure that we are doing surveillance to look for the mosquito in addition to these cases of Zika. That's a different surveillance project. But we are surveilling actively for Aedes mosquitoes throughout the valley, and if we find them, we'll mitigate them.
This is how you try and tame swarms in neighborhoods.
Clark County's Vector Control is responsible for keeping bees, weeds, and any other creepy crawlers or flying pests from invading county facilities. On this day, the Vector Squad set up traps to collect and identify mosquitoes who wander into drop inlets. The drop inlets serve as storm drains, gathering and diverting rainwater and residential irrigation runoff. These public areas are a mosquito's nirvana, quiet, dark, and usually hold enough water for the pests to drop larvae and lay eggs.
Because we're looking for our infrastructure. So this is the kind of thing that the health district will do to monitor for Aedes. If they get hot hits, they'll let us know so that we can go into the neighborhoods and look at our drop inlets and places where the curb and gutter are generating breeding sites. So we're going to have to work together to find these mosquitoes.
5 Clark County residents have tested positive for the Zika virus. All were infected while traveling outside the United States.
We've had 39 people who have been exposed to the Zika virus in their travels who have come to Clark County that we have sent off for sampling. Of those, we've gotten 30 results back, and of those, 25 are negative for the Zika virus, 5 are positive for the Zika virus.
Local health experts agree with the travel advisory issued by the Center for Disease Control to reduce the chances of contracting Zika. And our Vector Pros suggest residents do some simple surveillance to keep mosquitoes from backyard breeding.
Got abandoned tires, used tires in your backyard, and they're holding water from rain or sprinklers that continually fill them up. They need to empty those out. All of the potted plants that are over there that will hold water, people have a tendency to fill them up, let their sprinklers fill them. They need to make sure that they empty those out.
For more information on the Zika virus, visit the Health District's webpage at www.southernnevadahealthdistrict.org. And Clark County is reaching out to the public to remind us all of the dangers of green pools. Neglected pools collect stagnant water that turns green from algae and bacteria, a putrid petri dish that's a prime breeding ground for disease-carrying mosquitoes. Residents who want to report a green pool are advised to call 702-455-4191 or file a complaint on the county website at www.clarkcountynv.gov.